This is Colette Claire from the Gauntlet here with Hammerfall, or one of the members of Hammerfall actually. And I don't want to butcher this, so I'm just going to ask, exactly how do you pronounce your name?
Well, you guess first. No, but exactly, it's really hard. Joacim Cans.
Okay.
In Sweden it would be a little different, but we don't want to go there.
Okay. It's Swedish.
Yes.
Just go with that.
Joacim Cans.
Okay. So great. Well, thank you for being here at the House of Blues in Hollywood on a always fucking lovely day in LA.
Yeah, isn't it great? Oh, I just love this.
But so you guys are on like a pretty massive tour right now. When was the last time you were in America? Like
The last tour we did here was in 2005.
Oh well, so it was a while.
Yeah, it was a while ago. We decided on the previous album, on the Threshold album, not to go because it's really hard to get decent shows over here. And if you're a band from Europe, we're kind of in between playing the shitty venues and the nice venues. So many times they put us on in the crappy ones where you have no shower, no dressing room, and that's so bad for morale. Because in the end you don't give a shit about anything. You drink and you party, and kind of the shows become secondary.
Right.
But as long as we have a good tour plan like we had this time around, we said okay, let's give it a try. We do 5 weeks now. We come back in September, do the Prog Power, and then we're going to do a couple of shows around that date. And I think it's time to see what we can get out of the US.
Has it been good so far here, the response and everything?
Yeah. It's some places much better than I expected.
Really? Your stage shows are usually pretty crazy too.
Yeah.
You have to scale it down a lot.
We have a backline with us and a backdrop. That's it.
Oh, man.
I mean, back home on the last tour we had a waterfall, we had laser shows, we had different levels on stage. Yeah. I mean, if you're playing like arenas or like we did last summer in our hometown, we played an outdoor show with 25,000 people. I mean, then it's easier to make a big show because you have the money to do it.
Right.
I mean, right here, we need to build. Hopefully the next time we come back, we gain more people, and then one day we can bring a full stage performance.
I know I talked to a lot of European bands who they're like, number one, they play huge stadiums and they have to come here and, like you said, kind of play like divey places. But there's definitely a fan base for it. I would really love to see more European bands come to America.
I mean, if you just check out, what bands are around at the same time, there are tons of European bands touring now.
Yeah.
So that's also a problem, I think, that too many bands are touring at the same time. I mean, most of the fans are listening to the same bands, and they have to choose. They cannot see every tour because they don't have money enough.
It's expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
So how long, and then you guys are going back to Europe, and how long is this tour total? Is it like huge, massive?
I mean, it started in March last year. Okay. And but we had a kind of a break in winter. But what we're going to do now is go back to Sweden for a couple of weeks, then we do UK, a lot of festivals, back to the US, and then hopefully we're going to enter the studio late this year.
That's what I was going to get to.
Yeah. That is the plan. That's the plan.
How long does that usually take for you guys to write and record? I mean, it's...
the writing part is...
or do you get to write it all on tour? Or?
No, not really. Not really. We try to just enjoy tour life. Yeah. Like an album takes approximately somewhere in between 6 to 12 months to write, and then we record it in 3 months, 2.5, 3 months, or 2 months maybe, with the mixing and some additional stuff.
So, you mentioned earlier, there's a couple of, this is the first tour for your new guitarist, right, that you guys have done with him, or?
Yeah.
It started?
Yeah, that's right.
How is that working out? I mean, you guys had a lot of member changes kind of in the beginning, but not so much recently.
No. It was only in the beginning when we decided to make Hammerfall, a full-time band. But then we had the same lineup for almost 10 years. Right. But then, we had some necessary changes, and now I think the new guys, they brought a lot of energy to the band, and it feels like, the band is sort of complete now. That, like with Pontus on guitar, he took the guitar playing to the next level, and with Fredrik on bass.
He was technically in the band before, right? For Fredrik?
No, Fredrik was played on the first album, and instead of Magnus playing with fingered bass, he used the pick, and that gives him more edge and sounds more metal. So it sounds fantastic, I think.
How did he end up coming back? That's kind of crazy. I don't know if that happens in a lot of bands, where someone leaves
No,
and
but
comes
I
back.
think he regret leaving the band, I think. No, I don't know. We called him and said, you know, do you want to try out? You know, we have an open spot now, and yeah, you know. So we tried out 3 bass players. So we decided to go with him because socially, he's a close friend, and I think the social side of a band is as important as the technical side. That you don't. It doesn't really matter if you have the best bass player in the band, but if he's an asshole, it's not going to work.
Right.
Then I'd rather go with someone that's not as good, but he's a nice guy. I think that
get
also.
along with for.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have 5 stars in the band either. I mean, if you have 5 superstars, you're like, yeah, it doesn't work. In sports, same thing. You have 5 Wayne Gretzky's, you know, playing in the same team. It doesn't work because they, oh no, it's my puck. You know, fuck you. Too much ego going on, and I think no. It's better if we're half good but nice. Or half bad. But
However you want to look at it.
whatever, yeah.
So how did the new member changes affect like the writing of the most recent album?
Nothing at all, actually. It's still the way it was from the beginning. Me and Oscar, you know, writing most of the stuff.
Right.
Pontus, we gave him kind of an option to come up with an instrumental track just to present himself, and he did something really, really cool. I mean, songwriting-wise, it's not just because you end up in the band doesn't mean you understand the band yet. So I think now for the next album we might see if they come up with something that breathes Hammerfall. Me and Oscar, we had a vision since day one with this, and we've been working so close together. We know exactly, you know, he's doing this. When he's done with that, I know it's perfect. He gives it to me. And when I'm done with my stuff, he knows it's perfect on this side. Right. They just put things together and, you know, record the album. So I think you will see on the next album if they have it in them, you know, if they know how to write Hammerfall songs, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
So you were saying when you get back to the studio, it's going to be kind of soon. Do you have any idea what's going to happen? Is there any idea for the direction of the next album ahead of time, or does it just happen?
No, it's going to happen. We need to book a studio very soon. We need to, you know, sign a producer very, very soon, and it's going to happen very soon. But we have no songs yet, so we'll see. Yeah.
But they're all just kind of well, like you said, he does it and then you do it. Do you guys write separately and then just put it all together later?
Yeah. I mean, he's doing all like the riff making, putting the song together. I'm working with the vocal melodies, stuff like that, and then I top it off with the lyrics in the end. So we never sit down and write together. No, I can't do that. I'm I like to lock the door to my little studio and sit there alone. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Lots of people write in different ways.
You just need a good portion of anxiety, and you sit there, and you're like, oh fuck, you know, life sucks, and then you come up with it. Yeah, but hey, this is a good idea. You put that down, and then you're happy again.
Yeah. So this is sort of a random question, but I was looking at some of your recent interviews, and I heard that you had a piece of glass from that incident that happened.
Thing down
for
here,
7 years.
It came out there. Yeah, it's weird. After 7.5 years, I was like, what the hell is this? And it started to bleed and didn't want to stop bleed. And then it took 2 weeks and it didn't really heal. And then I went to I checked in the mirror, like, there's something, you know, like reflecting in there. Like, what is this? Went to my neighbor, I said, you know what? This looks like a piece of glass. He looked at it. He took a pair of, what do you call it, pinchers? A pincher? And tweezer, yeah, and took it out. It was pretty big.